Welcome to the Global War Watch Network. Right now, India is making a move that's about to redefine missile warfare. We're talking about BrahMos missiles reaching out to 800 kilometers and Astra missiles locking on from over 200 kilometers away. So, those two numbers you just heard, 800 and 200 plus, they're really at the heart of what we're talking about today. And listen, these aren't just small incremental upgrades. No way. This is a fundamental, game-changing shift in India's military capability. We're talking unprecedented reach and lethality. So let's get into it and break down what this all really means. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the offensive punch. We're talking about the BrahMos missile. Now, for years, BrahMos has been India's go-to weapon for precision strikes, right? But this next-gen version, well, it's a whole different level. It's a true strategic game changer. I mean, just take a look at how this thing has evolved. The original BrahMos started out with a pretty respectable range, 290 kilometers. Then that got pushed out to 450. But this next leap to 800 kilometers, that is just massive. We're not talking about just stretching its legs a little bit here. This is nearly tripling its original reach. Think about that. It means India can strike targets deep, deep inside enemy territory without its launch platforms ever leaving the safety of its own. But here's the thing that's really mind-blowing. Even with this dramatic increase in range, the BrahMos keeps its incredible speed. We're talking Mach 2.8. That's nearly 3 times the speed of sound. And that speed is absolutely crucial. Why? Because it makes the missile a nightmare to detect, track, and intercept. It gives it an incredibly high probability of hitting its target, no matter what. So you're probably wondering, how did they pull this off? How is this incredible leap in range even possible? Well, it all comes down to some seriously brilliant engineering. You've got a modified ramjet engine for more power, you've got enhanced avionics, and a super advanced guidance system that uses both internal and satellite data for pinpoint accuracy. And this is a big one. It has superior resistance to electronic jamming. But maybe the smartest part of all this, existing BrahMos systems can get this upgrade with just software. That's right, a software-only path. That means warships and launchers can get this brand new capability without needing a massive, expensive hardware overhaul. Okay, so a powerful spear like BrahMos is one thing, but you also need an impenetrable shield to go with it, right? And that's exactly where the second piece of this puzzle comes in. We're talking about the homegrown Astra missile family, and its whole purpose is to give India's fighter jets complete dominance in the sky. And just like we saw with BrahMos, we're seeing another huge leap in capability here. The Astra M1, which is already entering service, has a solid 100-kilometer range. But the Astra M2, that's set for production soon, and it more than doubles that range to over 200 kilometers. What that means for a pilot is huge. You can see and shoot down an enemy aircraft long before they're even close enough to be a threat to you. And this next part really shows you the sheer ambition of the program. The upcoming Astra Mk-2, which is going to be powered by a cutting-edge solid-fuel ducted ramjet engine, or SFDR, well, it's not just about catching up to the competition. With a projected range of around 350 kilometers, it's actually designed to outperform some of the best air-to-air missiles on the planet, like China's PL-15 and Europe's Meteor. That's a huge statement. Now, it's important to understand that these incredible technological advances, they're not just happening for their own sake. They're actually central to a much bigger strategic mission for India, achieving self-reliance, what they call Atmanirbhar Bharat, especially in critical defense tech. At the end of the day, this is all about building sovereign capability. You see, for decades, India had to rely on buying expensive missiles from other countries, like the Russian R-77 or the French Mica. The whole point of the Astra program is to replace all of them with a homegrown solution. And the benefits are massive. Not only does it end that dependency on foreign suppliers, but it also saves a ton of money and creates one standardized Indian-made missile for the country's entire fighter fleet. And if you want to understand just how committed India is to this, just look at the money involved. We're talking over 58,000 crore rupees. That's roughly $7 billion that have already been invested in BrahMos contracts. That figure alone tells you just how central this missile is to the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. And that investment isn't slowing down. Just this past March, in 2024, the Indian Navy signed its largest ever deal for BrahMos. for over 200 missiles. That kind of commitment ensures that India's top warships, its destroyers and frigates, will have this incredible long-range punch for many, many years to come. And guess what? It's the exact same story with the Astra. The Indian Air Force has already put in orders for about 700 of the new Astra Mk-2 missiles. So this isn't some small test program we're talking about. This is a clear, powerful signal that the Astra is going to be the main workhorse air-to-air missile for its top fighters, like the Sukhoi 30 and the Tejas. Okay, so let's put it all together. What does all of this actually add up to? Well, when you combine a supersonic spear that can reach out 800 kilometers with an aerial shield that has a range of over 200 kilometers, what you get is a completely new strategic reality for India. This is what military experts are starting to call the long-range precision doctrine. And what is that? It's basically a strategy built around using these advanced standoff weapons you can fire from a very safe distance to deter potential aggressors, give you flexible ways to respond to threats, and ultimately allow you to act with complete strategic autonomy. And this new doctrine really works with a powerful 1-2 punch. First, you have the BrahMos, giving you that deep strike capability, holding an adversary's most valuable targets at risk from hundreds of kilometers away. Then, step 2, the Astra missile family comes in to ensure air dominance, clearing the skies and protecting your own forces. You put those two together, and you've created a really comprehensive strategic advantage.
And you can really feel the confidence behind this new strategy. I mean, India's defense minister, Rajnath Singh, put it pretty bluntly. The ambition is crystal clear, to make sure that with the Astra missile, absolutely every threat in the sky will be within reach. No aerial threat gets a free pass. So this all brings us to the big, critical question we have to ask. With these new capabilities rolling out and this new doctrine taking shape, we're seeing something that fundamentally changes India's ability to project its power and defend its interests. The real question we're left with is, how is this doctrine of long-range precision going to reshape the strategic balance of power across the entire region? All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you found this explainer valuable, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like, share, and of course, subscribe to the Global War Watch Network. We really want to hear what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And hey, if you want to keep the conversation going, come join us on social media. You'll find all the links in the description. We'll see you on the next one.